Well, hello, welcome back to Journal Mojo. My name is Kate, and today it is time to get set up for December. A brand new month is almost here, and I'm ready to get my Hobonichi all ready to go for a brand new month. So let's go ahead and dive right in to this blue winter wonderland snowy theme that I've got going on. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm opening it up to December. It is a beautiful, fresh new month, and I basically went through my entire collection and pulled out anything and everything I had that was related to snow. So I had a lovely comment suggesting like a snowy theme or snowflakes falling, and I thought that was really nice, really appropriate. And as it turns out, I have a ton of snow themed stickers, or like winter themed stickers, and so I'm going to go ahead and use basically everything that I've got on hand. First, I'm going in with these little holiday stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co. just to mark out Christmas, New Year's, and my wedding anniversary. It'll be 7 years this December, and it's pretty much, it's a nice little marker. I don't think I will buy these again. It ends up being a little bit too busy for me, but it is a nice little really visual symbol of upcoming holidays and events that are going on. Alright, so now I am going in with some of the washi stickers from the Cartoon Girl pack that I particularly like and enjoy. As it turns out, I had 4 big snowy ones, and I ended up going with these 2 here. One that is like a snow on autumn leaves. I thought that was a nice like transition from November into December, and then into full-on snow in like an evergreen forest, which I thought was really nice for, you know, Christmas and the holidays and all of that. So I thought it was a nice little flow of like seasons, I guess, in this little spread. I also have several of the 2 leek sticker packs that I got from Amazon. I basically went through and pulled out all of the snowflake ones from this one winter forest pack, and I'm using that as my main snowflake sticker group. This is a pack I used pretty heavily during my mushroom theme a couple of months ago, but there are some really cute winter stickers in that set, so I pulled out the little snowman, which is adorable. And then I also have these Embrace the Earth stickers. This is the polar bear set, and they are super cute. They're huge. They are gigantic stickers, and they're that like plasticky material that I'm not super fond of, but this little polar bear was 100% too adorable to resist. I also have this blue sticker pack that is like a winter themed one, so it's got polar bears and penguins and icy things and some snowflakes of its own, and so those are sort of my big main packs that I'm using this month. I do find that when I'm mixing and matching from so many different sets, that it's really helpful to lay everything out, but it takes me a lot longer to get things situated in a style that I like. I also like to alternate between the different packs. So I try to make sure that no two stickers from the same pack are sort of like next to each other. I think that ends up making it look a little bit more cohesive when there are so many different styles going on. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's sort of how it works out in my mind. So I am trying to be mindful of that and alternate between the different packs so that there's sort of like an even spread and an even distribution between all of the different ones. So once I've got a few things down that I know for sure I like I really like the placement of this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and start laying down some of the bigger stickers, sort of like the main anchor points, and then working out from there. I also thought about using this washi sticker of a snowy mountain forest scene, but I thought in the end that it didn't quite look cohesive enough since it was, a realistic picture comparatively to sort of the cartooniness of everything else. I thought the polar bear ended up being a much better fit, and it's so hard to work those into my planner that I kind of felt like I needed to just go for the polar bear where I could get him in. So I ended up really loving this little penguin right next to the polar bear. I particularly enjoyed how it looked like the penguin was sort of like reaching up to the polar bear. I just thought that was really cute and adorable. So that one went in basically as soon as I saw them lying next to each other. It was like, oh, that is perfect for that corner. And then I'm framing the polar bear in the middle with some snowflakes, just to, again, to bring in that sort of alternating of the different packs to try to make it a little bit more cohesive. I was also trying to capture as much as I could using just stickers, the sort of like movement or like falling nature of snowflakes, which I don't know how successful I was, but that was sort of part of what I was going for with this layout. I also really like these two little guys just because they kind of remind me of, you know, if you were sitting, well, maybe not outside, but sitting at a window, you know, with a little mug of hot cocoa or some other warm, tasty beverage, sort of watching the snowfall. And I thought they were really cute, along with the polar bear who's sort of like looking up in amazement at all these snowflakes. And so I guess it's sort of what I go for when I am making my spreads. I end up having these sort of like little imaginary stories about the things that are going on with the stickers, which now that I say it out loud maybe sounds a little odd, but like I'm going for like little scenes, I guess, most of the time. That's what they make me think of. This piece I struggled with quite a bit. I wanted there to be something in the middle that was, you know, a snowflake or snow falling in some capacity, but that also wasn't sort of overwhelming and too busy. And so at first I had it whole, and then I thought, oh, well, maybe if I cut it in half, it could be like snowflakes like falling out of the middle of the book, but that just looked super weird. I tried a couple of different layouts with it, but it just was not working for me. So I ended up deciding not to have anything in the middle at all right there, which I think was a good idea just because, especially with the little holiday stickers, it does look a little bit extra busy. I mean, these spreads typically are pretty busy anyway for me, but this is quite busy. And then because I had this snowflake that I had cut in half, I was like, well, where else can I fit it in this spread? So I ended up popping one up top, you know, kind of like falling down, and then another one on the side to kind of create more of there's like movement over in that bottom corner. I also had a thought that it would be really nice if I had some smaller snowflake stickers, because all of these are pretty gigantic, which is making it hard to work them into the limited amount of space that I have around the actual calendar. And then I realized that this little polar bear, which I had a duplicate of, has 2 little snowflakes on each side of it. And so I thought, well, you know, I can cut those off and basically just create 2 little small snowflake stickers to kind of fill in some little empty areas, which is what I ended up doing. I guess I could have also drawn in some smaller snowflakes, but I didn't think about that until literally right now. So it's too late for that. So now that everything is done, I'm just going to go in and trim up anything that is overhanging on the edges and basically just neaten up the page. I find this really satisfying. It's one of my favorite parts out of any of my setups because it looks really, really messy up until that point, and then for some reason there's just something about a little trim that just makes everything seem a little bit neater. And then I also have this hunk of a snowflake sticker that I cut off of the one page, and I do try to waste as little of these as possible. I did pay good money for everything. I don't really want to waste anything that I don't have to, so I decided to chuck him over in the corner, fill in a little empty area, and use as much of that sticker as I could. So I'm going in and popping in my little area for my tasks section. This is just where I put in my big monthly tasks, the things that are ongoing projects that will take me more than a week. These are the things that I really want to focus on for the entirety of the month. And I like to put those on just my big monthly page just to have a big overview of the things that I'm working on. I was also debating between 2 different colors of blue for my spread, and when I run into a situation like that, I will pop into the back of my planner and basically just scribble on some of the Japanese pages and really sort of figure out which ones I want or which one I want. I like doing this because it has writing on it, and so it's easy to see if it's going to be too dark, because this is something that I use to highlight, and so I don't want it to be dark enough to where you can't see my writing behind it. And I find it a really helpful way to get a good visual on what those colors are going to look like on the Hobonichi paper, because, you know, different papers react with different marker types, there's different levels of saturation, and so things can look a little bit different in terms of color. And yeah, so I ended up going with this sort of muted gray blue mild liner to be my color for the month, which I thought was a really nice counterpart to all of the snowflakes and the general winteriness going on here. So I hope that that was fun and interesting, a little bit relaxing. And I think that's pretty much that for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful December. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, then subscribe and come back and check on me. That would be wonderful. I would love that. And that's pretty much that. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.